Okay, so today we are going to make portraits, but this time we're going to do a little fun thing with portraits. We're not going to necessarily make a face look exactly like the face we see. We are going to draw a few features so that everything looks like a face, but then we're going to add and change a few things also. So we'll start off with making a front facing uh, picture, and because we have done something similar in the last class, and then we will move to the side profile. So now this is what happens when you are studying portraiture. It's very often the case that you will see a face and you want to make it look exactly like how it is. But faces can be very complicated just because you need to have very precise measurements to make sure that your face, the face that you're making, does not look like somebody else's face. That's very easy. A little bit of a distance between the eyes, shape, size changes and completely changes what the face looks like. So, in order to come to that, first we have to start understanding how shapes and placement of all these features work. And you can have a lot of fun with faces and just practicing making these different faces like we did last time, but this time with some color and texture and also using a photograph. And in the process, you will start seeing certain features that you can recognize, and you say, "Oh, wait a minute! I think I got this shape right and this proportion right." And the more you do this, the better your hand and eye becomes to make more almost realistic pictures. It's not very difficult. It just takes a little bit of time. Okay, so let me show you the pictures that I've selected today, and we will use these pictures as reference. Now look at this. This is such a creative photograph. You have a face in the middle and a lot of wavy hair on the sides. And if we try to make this face look like a face, actually, it will become rather boring. It'll just look like a photograph. But this face can look much more interesting in a picture or in a painting if we become a little more creative. So the first phase, I'm going to show you how we are going to use the same proportions that we did last time and then create this face with the same kind of shapes and make it look like a fun portrait. So do you remember how we made the eyes? We had just made like almond shaped eyes. We had made a long nose, just a V or a U shape, and then given some shape to the sides. The mouths were very simple, but this time we will make this like an M shaped mouth. And then we're going to give a shape to the face, make some nice eyebrows, and then do the hair. Now, if I were to break this up, this is how we are going to do it to get some idea of proportion. Suppose I were to draw a circle. Let's study this. We have a circle over here, which goes from her hair to her lips. And then if I cut the circle in half, this is where her eyes will come. And then her nose and mouth obviously come in the center. But when we draw this is creating a grid. And in the grid, you can do more things. You can now cut the face even further. So if I cut the face in the bottom part of the face, say in 3 parts, almost equal parts, then we see that maybe her nose comes to this 2/3 point, and also her chin. Let's see how far her chin goes from her mouth or from the lower lip. I think it should be the same. See, I'm going to take this rectangle and I'm going to place it over here. It's about the same size from the lower lip, from below the lower lip. Got it? And if I try to, we already know how big the forehead is, but I could also make a line for the eyebrows. Now, Kyra, I don't know if you've studied fractions, actually, indeed, all of you. I don't know if you've studied fractions. So, if you get confused with what I'm saying, please ask me and I'll be happy to help you. So, this again, I'm cutting in 3 parts. I don't really need to cut the top part, but the third part will come somewhere over here. And then if I cut the side of the face in half, see, the eyes are right there. It's so easy, isn't it? Let me share this picture and I'm going to show you how to now draw this. And in case you make some crazy proportions and the face looks a little weird, even more fun.
Ma'am, when I draw the faces, it's like the same concept, but like the way you do it is a little different because your eyes get cut by the line, mine don't. So like the eyebrows are more on the line. That's
Okay,
right.
that's fine too, as long as you know where the line is and how you draw it, so that you can then place all of those features on a blank piece of paper. Otherwise, on a blank paper, you never know where to start drawing and where something begins and something ends. So, any kind of grid is fine as long as it tells you what to do. All right, here we go.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Who is here? Everyone's videos are off, so I don't know who is saying. Only Rohan's is on. Can everyone try to turn their videos on? Because I'd like to see your faces. Thank you. Okay.
There's a problem.
Tabitha, is that you?
There's a problem.
Yes, yes. Those who have a problem, I think right now only one person has a problem. It's okay if your video is not coming on, that's perfectly fine.
There's two.
Wait a minute, I just need to know your name.
What's your name, Shanu?
My channel.
Could you spell that?
How do you spell that?
Shanay.
Okay, I'm going to write it down. Shanai. Welcome to class, Shanai. So, if you feel I'm going a little fast or if you don't understand what I'm saying, just stop me and I will explain to you. Okay? All right. So, I'm going to share picture. Sorry. Where am I?
Try coming, correct me. Try to. This is your class.
Okay. Are you seeing my book as well as the picture that I have just cut up into all these parts?
Can you
Yes?
see every?
Yes.
Good. All right. Okay. Let's begin. So I'm going to draw this face about half of my page, just so much. So my circle is going to be maybe 4 or 5 fingers away from the ring, and it's going to be about this big. So it's about the size of my uh, index finger. Now we have to make this part really light and make the best circle you can make. It does not have to be perfect, it's okay. And draw it as light as you can also.
The index finger.
Now let's cut this in half. So when you're cutting it, if you want, you can put a finger there or you can take another pencil, or I have this little stick which I just place to see if it is at half, but I don't use this as a scale. We don't want to do that. You can just mark and then draw just a light line to show you where the half mark is. Is everyone able to see? If you're not able to see, then tell me, then I can do something about it. Okay, now let's do the same thing and divide the face in half. Another way to check if you are dividing it properly is just use your fingers and see if the top part and the bottom part is about the same. Now we divide the bottom part into 3 equal parts. So again, you just look at it and see, are they more or less the same? More or less, it's okay. If they're not, then maybe her nose might be too big, or her lips might be a bit high, but it doesn't matter. We are making an abstract portrait today, so it can be a lot of fun. And then we will make one more line on top. Now these are all the blue lines that I made, and this line in the middle, first line, I'm going to put a little E here so I know that this is where I have to draw the eyes. This is the line in the middle. Okay. Now let's cut the circle vertically so we know where to place the eyes.
Ma'am, I finished my face already.
What? Wait. Okay,
Oh,
wait.
I mean, I've been practicing for a while, so I already know
Yeah.
how to do all this.
Okay, okay. Never mind. So I wanted to show you some different kinds of shapes in this, and maybe then you can make another face which looks like this. So were you able to get the nose in the right place? Everything okay?
It's not the placing that I find bad. It's like how I draw it because it looks like a alien, like
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna show you. So here's how you make noses. You, instead of making it too detailed, this is how you make a nose. You just make a line like this.
Hmm.
It's just like a little cup. Don't do too much more than that.
Okay.
That's on the line from the bottom. It does not look like a nose right now. Don't worry about it. It will look like a nose by the time we finish everything. Okay, so now we have the bottom of the circle. Then one line up is the nose. The second line up, there's nothing. The third line up, we have the eyes. So now we will draw two almond shapes so that they cross over the the two guidelines we had made. And then draw the bottom lid as well. The bottom lid is not as deep, it's a little shallow. And then you draw two eyes. So you can draw them like a circle or like a U, whatever shape you want. It's all fun in an abstract picture. Okay, now above these eyes we will draw eyebrows, which will just be a line right now, and we will make them fatter afterwards. Now just at the bottom of the circle, let's make a mouth. So how is this mouth made? You make a V shape and then you take the line down from the sides to the end of the circle. Draw a horizontal line through and then you draw like a tub at the bottom. This becomes the mouth. After we have drawn the bottom lip, we have to now draw a mark which is about this much, just 1/3 below the lip. This is her chin. And now from the sides of the eyes, you take 2 lines down and join them. And now you can decide, do you want a very narrow face? Do you want a face to be a little wider, a little rounder? So you can make all these adjustments when you're drawing in pencil. Okay, now we begin the fun part. I am going to make these in ink now. I'm going to stop sharing this frame and I'm going to share only my frame.
Miss,
Yes?
can you please wait?
Yes, I can wait. Now I'm going to wait for you to finish. And I'm also going to make all this in pen.
Can you? Atta नको करू नंतर.
Miss, and I can draw the lips.
You can't draw the lips, is that what you're saying?
Yes, miss.
Okay, I'm going to show you again. So the lips are drawn very simply. I'm going to show you on a blank paper. The first thing you do is draw a very small V shape. Okay, and then you take that V shape to the sides like that. So this looks like an M that is standing with its legs apart. Then you can join these 2 points and then make a bottom lip like this. Do you want to try this?
Miss, I got this.
You got it? Okay, great. Okay, so now I'm going to make all of this in ink again. And when I'm making it in pen, I'm looking at the 2 sizes and I'm going to try and make them look alike. Here's our nose and our lips. Now for the lips, if we make very pointy shapes, it does not look very nice. So I'll make them smooth like this. And her eyebrows, I have made the bottom part of the eyebrows. So our eyebrows are slightly thick in the center. And then they become thin and go around our eyes like this. Do you know why they do that?
I
And I want her face to be round. So when we start coloring this, please remind me. I'm going to tell you why we have eyebrows like this. And in the meantime, you can also think and tell me why they might be so. It's a very simple, logical answer. Okay, now I'm making a line above the eye because this is the lid. If we don't have this line, that means we don't have a fold. That means our eyes are going to be open all the time. And I don't think our eyes would be happy if we do that. Okay, is everyone with me? Do you want me to slow down a little bit?
Yes, miss.
All right, I'll wait a bit. Give me a thumbs up when you are done, then I can proceed. As you can see, even my shapes are not absolutely perfect. One side of the face is slightly bigger, one is slightly smaller. But there are very few faces that are exactly the same on both sides. So you don't have to worry too much.
Think about it, faces which are like exactly symmetrical are the faces which look like the most weird, because if they're exactly symmetrical, there's no difference.
Yeah, they sometimes can look rather weird.
Like if, for example, I have a scar on like one of my eyes. I mean that's like kind of my own doing, but still.
Okay.
डोळ्याच्यावरती एक फोल्ड काढली आहे बघ छोटी.
Many of these things you can keep adding to afterwards also. Like, for example, if on a face sometimes you have freckles, you can paint those freckles. Or if you feel your eyebrows are a certain shape, you want to change it, sometimes you can at least make them fatter. Now, shall we start making her hair?
Yes.
No? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, yes. Okay, great. So her hair is a beautiful triangle shape, which from her chin, a triangle goes up like that. And it's almost the same size away from her face as the size of the face itself. It's pretty big.
Ma'am,
Yes.
was I supposed to make the same face, because I had made a different one? I had just made one like out of my imagination.
That's okay. That's true too. But did you also make the hair? Because the hair is the fun part now.
I mean, yeah, but I made it like thoda sa messy, so that's fine.
That's okay. Okay, so now look at what I'm doing. I'm giving her a hairline, which is going to be this lovely curly hair. And I'm going to do the same thing from the top of the triangle. It's almost like this, her hair, right? So I'm going to now make, oh, sorry, a little wavy hair from the top as well. And we'll make a neck for her. Oh, so the neck, can you see the neck is about from the same line as we've drawn the eyes? Below that, you can draw the neck. Or you can make it narrower also if you want. So here's the fun bit. Now we don't have to draw the hair, we can paint it. So I am going to erase all the lines so that we can paint the face now. And paint the hair very glorious also. So this is the fun.
Miss,
Yes.
Miss, can you wait a minute?
Yes, yes, I can wait, I can wait. Not a problem.
करतो है.
Now this line is looking too straight. So what do we do? Maybe, you know what we'll do? Yeah, we'll just keep it available for us. And we're going to paint the strands coming and then turning in so she gets nice curls at the bottom. Shana, I know today the topic is a little tough for you. Usually it's not this tough. Usually we do slightly. This is the toughest thing we're ever going to do. So you don't feel too bad if it's seeming a little difficult, okay? And take your time.
Ma'am, honestly, like since all of this like since for how long I've been here.
Mm-hmm.
The toughest thing for me was doing those carpets that one day because we had to like make it like wavy and everything, and I found that a little bit hard.
Oh, yes, that's right. Okay, if you're erasing your lines too much, then you might take a much longer time. So don't erase too much. It's okay if your face looks different from mine. It is definitely going to look different from mine. Okay, I'm going to make a face like this. Azad, I see you are also erasing a lot. Have you finished drawing and now you're erasing the extra lines? Is that what you're doing?
My jawline isn't coming properly.
Okay. Can I help you with your jawline then?
Yeah.
So if you have trouble making a jawline, like I have the mouth here, the nose here, one easy way of going about it is first just draw straight lines. Okay, just draw straight lines, almost like a square around the face. Then you can draw straight lines sideways like that. So you get an idea of how uh, wide or how narrow you want the jaw. You can adjust this, you can adjust the height of the chin. So straight lines are easier to make. And once you're satisfied with this, then all you do is curve on the corners. That's it. So instead of making one full line like that, if you break up the line, it's a lot easier to draw and more accurate also. Do you want to try that?
Yeah. Okay, I'll try.
Good, good. Okay, so while some of you are still drawing the face, others who have finished the face, I'm going to show you how to paint the hair. And with everyone else, I will show you how to make the face also. So we can just keep everyone going a little further and completing the task. So normally our faces are skin color, right? But you don't really need to keep that in an abstract painting. So I'm going to make my, uh, you could be using, sorry, sorry, I've just muted you, huh, Shanae? Because otherwise then our words cross over. All right, so we can try something like this. Do you want to observe this first, everyone? Just keep your pencils down and see this.
Miss,
Yes, yes, yes. Ashana, you have a question?
Miss, my hair is looking a little dirty.
It's looking like a dolphin.
Yes, miss.
Well, very nice. We will draw hair on a dolphin then. Let's see how that looks. Okay, so I have all these colors already in my palette, and I'm thinking I'm going to make my face green and blue. Oh, let's see yours, Sia. You might have to change the background. Very nice. Well done. Well done. Okay. All right. Now this is how I'm painting, and I want you to just see how I paint. Now, normally when we use watercolor, those of you who are using watercolor, you can follow painting like this. Do not press your brush down. You have to glide your brush on paper. So if I touch my paint to paper, it will stain, right? So if I do this, that's all I need to do. I don't have to color it like this. This is for people who are going to paint with water. Those who are going to paint with color pencils or crayons, we are going to have to do something else. So all I do is place my color or water on paper and just stain it, and then gently direct that medium wherever I want it to stain. It's so easy. And I keep moving forward. Now I like my eyes to be white, so I'm not going to paint there. I'm going to dodge around. And look at how much water I have in my brush, in my color. But I'm not going to keep this just one color because, I mean, what's the fun in painting if you are going to keep everything just one color? So I am going to make her half blue and half green. And whatever colors come in my palette. There's a darker blue here. Let's try adding that. So this is like a creative exercise in which you have to learn to do something unusual. Okay, and I finish my face here. Now remember, when you're painting with watercolor, definitely keep a rag handy so that after you're done painting, you can wipe your brush on a rag and remove all the color from the brush. Okay, Azad and Cheyenne, how are you? Cheyenne. Sorry. How are you doing? Tabitha, how are you doing?
Miss, I'm doing well. I'm just outlining it now.
All right, good. You got your jawline?
Yeah.
Very good. Tabitha, how are you doing? Okay, let's have a look. Oh, very cute. Very cute. Maybe her neck has gone to one side, and I think you can increase her hair from right from the jaw. But you know what? You can just keep it that way also, it doesn't matter. Let's see how it looks. And you can now erase the lines on the face before you start painting. So, the fun thing about hair or painting and abstract painting is that you don't necessarily have to paint the hair in the usual colors. What colors do we see hair in?
Ma'am, black, brown,
Yeah,
white,
white, gray,
yellow,
yellow sometimes. I've very rarely seen yellow, but yes.
blue.
Blue, okay, yeah. So actually we see colors in so many, hair in so many different colors. So now here's what we're gonna do. We can paint our hair in whatever color you want. Like you painted the face in whatever color, you can paint the hair in whatever color. Those who are painting in watercolor, again, remove all pencil lines because once you paint on it, then the pencil line becomes very firm. So I'm going to paint my lady's hair an orange. I love this orange. And I'm going to paint it as if it is hair. So I'm going to make it like a wiggly line and also add a red. And make this texture while I'm painting it. So as my paint dries, all this is going to start becoming like a weird texture. I think so.
What are you doing? Oh.
And even over here, So very often we get so caught up in making our paintings look like real people, and then they can look nice, but they can also look boring. I'm turning my book around because I'll be able to paint better this way. Now I'm gonna paint it going upward.
Ma'am, you know what I find so funny?
Mm-hmm.
I know there are some people in this world who get so angry if you paint like this. They like, no, this is not the color.
Is that so? Oh my God.
There's
Okay.
probably someone in the world, like some art critic, who's like, no, this is not the color. And like, he likes he likes conventional art, but then at the same time, he enjoys art like something which is a four written on a wall and then breaking it. And
Mhm.
then naming it breaking the fourth wall. He likes something like that, and he won't like something like this.
You're very right. This was the plight of the Impressionists who painted in the late 19th century.
Oh.
They had a tough time telling critics that what they were painting was also art. So, yeah, I'm sure in the world there is a critic somewhere who says, oh, this is not good.
And my 5-year-old brother is also saying ये आपने wrong किया है मैम आपको डांटेंगी.
Oh my God, you have an art critic in your house.
I wouldn't say art critic, he's 5.
Well, with art, actually, anybody's opinion is valid.
Miss,
Yes,
can I do the eyes black?
you can do the eyes black, but I'm going to show you one thing about the eyes. When you're making the eyes, this is one thing that I like to do. You can choose to do it or not, that's up to you. So I like to make a black center like that, and I like to leave a little bit unpainted. So I'm going to leave a little section, like a little circle on top, which is unpainted. You know what happens with that? I'm painting my lady's eyes blue. Oh no, actually green. I'm going to make them green. So I'll paint all around that patch. And this one little thing will make her eyes look like they are alive. And I really enjoy making eyes look alive like that. See? So both those circles that I made are on the same side. Not one on this side and one on that side. That'll make your face look like the person is squint. And the same thing goes for the eyebrows. I'm going to make her eyebrows bright red. And I'm going to make her mouth also red. Why not? I like that. And even on the mouth, you can leave a little section unpainted. So that will look like a highlight as well.
Miss,
Yes,
my face is looking a bit like an alien.
alien, na? So is mine. Mine is also looking alien. So now we know how to make an alien face.
Ma'am,
Miss, and,
you know
Miss
what
and
yours
my
looks like? Yours looks like some aquatic thing. Like you'll find this in like a ancient aquatic city.
My face, right?
No, this, yeah, the one that you made. It looks like you'll find something in Atlantis like this.
Yeah, that's a very nice imagination.
Miss,
Yes.
Miss, Miss and my hair is not a curly like you.
So have you made it straight?
Miss,
That's also fine. Why not
Miss
that?
and it's a Miss and but it's little curly.
Okay, that's good. You know how you can make it a little more curly? You
Yes.
can use, now we can use color pencils, by the way. So, color pencils usually can be a little darker. So, you can use a color pencil if you have it, or you can do the same thing in watercolor also. And if you've already used color pencils on top, then you can use a darker pencil for this. You can make more lines like this because it's easier to draw using color pencils or pencils in general. And this will make her hair definitely look more curly. See? The curls can go all over the place. You can draw different kinds of curls also. They can crisscross. You can also change the color and make some of them maybe red or pink. And then because we're working with a tool that is so fine, you can also bring some lines down and curl them up. Now, for those of you who want to take on a little more challenge, I'm going to use a green pencil to create some shadows. And these shadows will be, if you want, you can just observe first. I'm going to make one shadow go up like this. This is the nose. So it's like a soft L shape. Now we got a nose. And you can also put a shadow on her eyes above the lid like that. Shadows are really important to define features. We can put a shadow right underneath her hair, maybe in this hairline as well. So then the hair looks like it's more three-dimensional. And one interesting thing we'll do is give her a shadow underneath her chin.
You already येते खूप तर तिला करायची गरज नाही.
See? So now she looks like there is some light falling on her and you can see shadows. So you can take anybody's face and make this, or like Rohan has done, just imagine a face and change some features. Many artists have done this, and it helps you to make very creative faces, very unusual faces. Because while it's all well and good to make faces look exactly like the person that you see, these can be more fun. Okay, one thing we can make on her is some eyelashes. And this can be a little tricky, but maybe take a dark pencil or
Ma'am,
yes.
uh, like later, can you like explain to me how you draw hands? Because I want to know how to draw hands.
Miss,
Completely unrelated.
Miss,
Yeah.
Miss,
Wait,
can
wait,
I take a purple?
wait, Shana. Yes, you can. You can use purple. Use whatever color you like.
Yeah.
We are going to make hands next week. So,
Next week, okay, fine.
yeah, we're going to make hands. Then we're also going to make the full body.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Hmm. Okay, so now I'm just going to draw just maybe two lines to the side like that that go upward. They're curved and go upward, and that's usually enough to draw lashes. So I'll let me show you one fun thing with grids. So we drew a circle, then we drew a line at half and half vertical and horizontal. And then instead of making three equal parts, if I make three unequal parts, that means my nose can come slightly higher. I can draw one eye here and one eye far away. And then I can also change the shape of my eyes a little bit. So this is where the fun begins when you decide to take the grid apart a little bit. Suppose I draw, or why not, instead of this, I'm going to change the line and make it sideways. So I'll draw one eye here and one eye here because that is where the grid is gone. Then my nose can come here. The one eyebrow can come here, and I'm changing the shape of the eyebrow. And then for the mouth, I'm making the mouth way down here and making very thin mouth, a very thin top lip and a very big bottom lip. And then maybe I can make my chin go this big on one side and like this on the other. One eye can be looking, oh, my eyes can be looking in the same direction but on this side. And then for the hair, instead of curling sideways like this, I could probably have, I'm going to draw two ears here on the side as well.
In my photo.
One second. How about I will draw my person's hair going all the way up like this. And instead of triangle, I'll make it more round. See, instantly the face changes, but it becomes so much more fun. And you can just play around with the grid and completely change.
Ma'am, I like how like it's all like that. And like it, yeah, I agree that it makes it more fun, but it honestly looks like this person had a stroke.
It could be, it could be. But the more you do distorted faces, like faces which have weird proportions, the more you will know that I need to take this eye so much higher. I need to take the mouth this way. And that is how you start becoming better and better at making more accurate portraits. It's crazy. I want to show you some portraits that I have done.
Ma'am, like okay, wait, she's gone.
Okay, so this is my portrait sketchbook. Ironically, there is a portrait of an owl on top. But now, and also a scissor, I don't know why, but these are the kinds
Oh,
of portraits that I make now. Oh, sorry. And this one was made entirely in pen without using a pencil.
wow.
These are all in pencil. So I keep this book and I write the date when I finish a sketch. But in order to be able to know exactly what space to leave from where, I had to go through this process. All weird portraits, then you start making better and better decisions about what to draw where.
Ma'am, I understand like the thing, but like what I was saying is that like you can make distorted proportions,
Mm-hmm.
but the way you put it, it was like perfectly downwards that it looked like that person was having a stroke. Like, see, if I put it one like where the mouth is kind of,
Yeah,
where the other is, it won't look like anything's happening to him. It just looks like something that Picasso would make. But in that way, the diagonal was so perfect.
that is true. But I can also do things like these. And then maybe something like this. Also, there's usually that thing between the nose and the mouth. I just expand that. Then I can make a lip
This
top.
person could also be just looking on the side.
So this one will start looking more like a character from a book, maybe. Or I could write a story about something and make this fellow the character. See? So you can add your own things. Maybe we can also add curly
This
mustache.
honestly looks like she's looking to the side, the way the now after you're putting the mustache and everything.
And yeah, and maybe I can also so many fun things we can do with portraits. Another thing you can do is you don't have to leave the hair blank. You can do all sorts of stuff in the hair as well. I can put stars, I can put planets. See? Now it looks even more funny.
I have like this kind of stylish thing